Good morning, students. Today is Friday, that is 29th January 2021. Thought of the week: you can't change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. I repeat, you can't change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. Now, students, we have started lesson number 11, that is ratio and proportion. We have seen that it is possible for us to compare the given numbers by new way which we call as proportion. We have seen some examples and we conclude that in mathematics the proportion of two numbers can also be expressed as their ratios. We have seen in the first example there that Nilima's age and Ramesh's age are in proportion 2 is to 1. It can also be expressed as ratio, that is 2 is to 1. Then we have seen some examples. Now let's try some activity. One activity which I have given here. Try this. In the figure, color some boxes with any color you like and leave some blank. Now, students, here I have made one square which is divided into, if you look it very carefully, then it is divided into 16 equal squares. Out of these 16 squares, I have put stars in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 boxes, and rest of the boxes I kept empty or blank. Now, students, here some questions are given. In the figure, color some boxes with any color of you like and leave some blank. Now, first question: count all the boxes and write the number. If you count all the boxes, then the number comes as 16. Count the colored ones and write the number. I have put a star in 7 boxes. Therefore, it means I have colored 7 boxes. Therefore, I have written 7 here. Third one, count the blank ones and write the number. If you leave all those boxes where I have put star, and if you count remaining one, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Therefore, the number of boxes which are blank are 9. Now, find the ratio of the colored boxes to the blank ones. Now, the number of colored boxes is 7 and the number of blank boxes is 9, and therefore their ratio comes as 7 by 9. Students, please see here carefully. They have not asked proportion, they have asked ratio. Therefore, you have to write this ratio, that is ratio of colored boxes to the blank ones, is equal to 7 upon 9, or you can say 7 divided by 7 upon 9 or 7 by 9. Next question, find the ratio of the colored boxes to the total boxes. Now, as the colored boxes are 7 and total number of boxes is 16, therefore their ratio comes as 7 upon 16. And the last question of this activity is find the ratio of blank boxes to the total boxes. Now, the number of blank boxes is 9 and the number of total boxes is 16. Therefore, this ratio comes as 9 upon 16. Now, next topic, some important points about ratio. I repeat, some important points about ratio. Example, the weight of the large block of jaggery is 1 kg and a smaller lump weighs 200 grams. Find the ratio of the weight of the lump of jaggery to that of the block. Now we have to find out the ratio. Therefore, weight of the lump upon weight of the block is equal to 200 upon 200 grams upon 1 kg. Is this right? Students, answer to this question is no. Is the weight of lump 200 times that of the block? What mistake have we made? Now, student, first we must measure both quantities in the same units. That is, either you have to convert 200 grams into kg or you have to convert 1 kg into gram. And student, always remember, it is very easy to convert the bigger unit into smaller one. Therefore 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. Therefore the block weighs 1000 grams and the lump weighs 200 grams. Now student, see carefully that both the weight of both the things, that is block and the lump, are in the same unit, that is in grams. Now therefore it is very easy for us to compare these two weights by using the ratio. Therefore, weight of the lump upon weight of the block is equal to 200 grams upon 1000 grams. But students, if you see very carefully, they have not written the unit, that is gram, because the unit gets cancelled, and therefore from this we say that a ratio does not have any unit. Now 200 upon 1000 is equal to 2 into 100, and 10 into 100 is equal to 100. Gets cancelled, therefore the simplest form of the ratio is 2 upon 10. Now both are even numbers, and also 10 is a multiple of 2. Therefore both these numbers, 1 into 2 is upon 5 into 2. Again 2 gets cancelled, and the simplest form of this ratio is 1 upon 5. Thus, the ratio of the weights of lump of jaggery to that of the block comes as 1 upon 5. Or we can say this is the simplest form of the ratio of the lump to that of the block. Now students, always remember some things or some important point about ratio. First one, for ratio, the two quantities are of the same kind. For example, 5 kg and 10 meter can't be compared, because 5 kg is a weight of thing, whereas 10 meter gives you the length of the thing. Therefore, they cannot be compared, and therefore, the first and the most important point is, for ratio, the two quantities are of the same kind. Second one, ratio does not have any unit. Always remember, ratio does not have any unit, because the unit gets cancelled. Third one, order in a ratio is important. That is, A is to B is different from B is to A. A is to B means the first quantity is to the second quantity, whereas B is to A means second quantity is to first quantity. Fourth one, when finding the ratio of the two quantities of the same kind, their measures must be in the same units. I repeat, when finding the ratio of the two quantities of the same kind, their measures must be in the same units. If they are not in the same unit, you have to make their units same, and then it is possible for us to compare the two quantities. Next one, a ratio can be used to write an equation. The most important use of the ratio, that it can be used to write an equation. Then it is easier to solve the problem. Example, a hostel is to be built for schooling girls. Two toilets are to be built for every 15 girls. If 75 girls will be living in the hostel, how many toilets will be required in this proportion? I repeat, a hostel is to be built for schooling girls. Two toilets are to be built for every 15 girls. If 75 girls will be living in the hostel, how many toilets will be required in this proportion? Now solution. Let us consider the proportion or ratio of the toilets and the girls. Let us suppose X toilets will be needed for 75 girls. The ratio of the number of toilets to the number of girls is 2 upon 15. Let us write this in two ways and form an equation. Now, if two toilets were required for 15 girls, and X toilets, therefore X toilets were required for 75 girls. Now you always remember that, uh, or we have learned that we have to keep the variable to the left hand side of the equation always, and therefore we have written the two ratios as x upon 75 is equal to 2 upon 15. Now we have to find out the value of x, and you also know that we have to keep variable to the left hand side of the equation always. Therefore, we have to take out the number 75 from left hand side. Now it is in the denominator. Therefore, we have to multiply both the sides by 75. Therefore, multiplying both sides by 75, we get x upon 75 multiplied by 75 is equal to 2 upon 15 into 75. Now 75 and 75 gets cancelled. Therefore, on the left hand side we get x, and 75 is a multiple of 15. Therefore, 15 ones are 15, 15 fives are 75. Therefore, the simplest form we get as x is equal to 2 multiplied by 5. Now 2 into 5 we get 10. Therefore, x is equal to 10, or we can say the value of x for this example is 10. And the final answer, 10 toilets will be required for 75 girls which are living in the hostel. I repeat, therefore 10 toilets will be required for 75 girls. Now students, you have to copy down the material from all slides correctly in your copy. Complete your work on time. See you in the next period. Thank you and have a nice day.